Right, boys, this next one is called These Addons Make TBC Anniversary Way Better. It's a video by somebody called Speedster Taxi. I have not seen any videos from him in the past, and I mean, I haven't really made a video on add-ons for TBC. I haven't seen many videos on add-ons either. I know people have made them, by the way. I just haven't watched them. I already have all the add-ons I personally want to have, almost, but yeah. I figured we will watch somebody new on this topic to kind of like spice things up a little bit, and maybe he talks about some add-ons that not every other content creator is talking about as well. So, TBC anniversary add-ons. Let me know if there's any like add-ons on this list, by the way, that like, or no, let me know if there's any add-ons not on this list that you guys recommend.
Hey guys, Speedster here, and today we're going to talk about 10 add-ons that you can use for TBC Anniversary and that you need to help your journey here. Some are going to be more UI based and more important than others, and some are going to be very, very useful for you so you can download. A lot of people come into my stream and they ask, what can I use to help me along the way? What are you doing? What helps you do this? And I'm gonna break them down each piece by piece. Everybody, TBC hype. Hope everyone's having a beautiful time on the free patch, man. I am so happy to play free patch. TBC has been a blast so far. Besides the launch, that was kind of insane. But yeah, if you guys aren't following me over on Twitch, I'm streaming every single night, so make sure to drop a follow. All right, let's.
The maintenance for the pre-patch, by the way, was insane. So many people were freaking out all the time, and I get it. It is the first time we had a 24-hour maintenance in probably forever, and then for North America it was 24 hours, and then a 3-hour extension, another 3-hour extension, then 1-hour extension, and I think after like 7 hours of extending maintenance, they finally got to play. Right, but there was a lot of hiccups.
Get down to it. First add-on we are going to do is Nova Instance Tracker, okay? What does Nova Instance Tracker exactly do? Now, it's going to take...
I use this one, and I'm gonna say when it comes to honor like this and PvP, especially if you do a like Warzone Gulch or a Rothy Basin and you don't have a pre-made, it is so depressing. the Nova Instance Tracker just shows you, number one, how unlucky you are, or number two, how bad you are at the game. I don't need to be reminded of that, man. Come on, dude.
Every instance you go into and break it down, how much rep you're going to get, how much honor, how much experience. So you can see here all the altered valleys that I've done, even on, this is showing my whole account here. This is showing how much honor I am getting, what time I'm going in, how long I am in there, 10 minutes, 51 seconds, bunch of details, and how much honor I am getting in these altered valleys. It even shows who's in each battle, which is kind of nuts. You don't really need that. But this is nice to see how much honor you're getting per battle, and this does the same.
Would be so funny if he showed something like this one, yeah, where it kind of shows how AFK you are in the battlegrounds as well. Because here it shows you the damage and the healing that you have done during that time. Time entered, time left, time inside, 9 minutes 42 seconds. Damage 411. Healing 264.
Thing when you're dungeon grinding in TBC, when you're hopping in the slay pens, when you're hopping in blood furnace, when you're hopping in mana tombs, all of these dungeons you're going to level in Burning Crusade in the launch, because that's where you're going to want to farm the rep, and you can kind of see how your XP is going, how much XP per hour happens, how much XP per dungeon, how long the dungeon's taking. So it is a very useful add-on. Now, the next one I'm going to go over is Nova World Buffs. Now, Nova World Buffs is kind of more for Classic, but the way that Blizzard has made TBC and...
I'm gonna be honest, I used this one a lot back in Classic, right? As you can see here, to see the layers and stuff, and also when the world buffs are popping. But for TBC as well, you can always use it to see what layer you are on. You will have, like, he's showing it really far up in the top right corner. You can see that he's on layer 1, or layer 10. It just says layer 1 right here, in the absolute top right. And this is what Nova World Buffs does. It tells you what layer you're on your minimap. So like if I just hide this video real quick now as well, we can see what layer I'm on, because I'm in the game right now doing some professions working. I'm on layer 7, as you can see here. And you can also see like how many people are on each layer, I think. If this is correct, this is a lot of people. Like those numbers right there. I don't believe that is the number of people on each layer, because if so, then we have 51,000 people on layer 7. Not exactly sure about that, man, but yeah, like, I'm on layer 7, right, as you can see, and what you have to do here is you just target an NPC, and then you should be able to see the layer you're on. If you can't see the layer, target an NPC and then try again, and if that doesn't work, target another NPC and try again. It's a little bit weird sometimes.
Anniversary with these mega servers is that there is a boatload of layers. So right
Yeah.
now we have 10 layers on Night Slayer, and that is on a Monday at 6 o'clock PST. So imagine TBC launch. It's going to be probably closer to 20 layers, and it's going to be insane because the server holds more capacity now. Well, why is this useful? Well, you can click Nova World Buffs, you can see your guild's layers, you can see if anyone wants to invite you. You can also use something else like a WeakAuras or a channel that you can go into and type in invite layer, blah, 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 or you can ask your guild. So it is very useful to see who is on what layer. And also,
Is it players that thought it was layer ID? Yeah, that's what I thought as well. Now I'm thinking, like, why is the layer ID that high? And layer 1 was only 5,000, layer 2 is 29,000, layer 3 is 33,000. I thought so as well. I think layers are like 10 or 20,000 per layer. So maybe it is layer ID. But in that case, like, why is layer 1 so much smaller and layer 2 is like in the middle? I don't know. Also, I will say, by the way, while it's talking about the whole layer thing of Nova World buffs, you can either type a new layer in the slash, like, if you type /join layer, you join a layering text channel. You can type layer in that layering text channel to be layered, or you can have an add-on called auto layer, which does the same thing by clicking a button, for anybody who wants to have that one. So either download the add-on called auto layer or /join layer and type layer in layer. Type layer in layer, boys.
so it shows you the world buffs when they're going to drop. It announces it in guild chat. So maybe if you have alts you're going to level, or you're trying to get world buffs for the TBC launch, this is very useful. It also shows on the mini map which layer you are on when you click on any NPC in a city. So it shows I'm on layer 1, and yeah, it's just really nice if you need to layer hop, because you're going to do that while leveling if you're questing or you're farming or anything like that. So that is the second add-on. Now Leatrix Plus is going to be the next add-on, guys, and now this one has a bunch of little things that help its very good quality of life for the game. And now I'm going to break this down a little bit. It helps you automate.
I honestly, if I go back here a little bit, I love the enhanced quest log part of Leatrix Plus, enhanced minimap, and enhanced professions. Maybe even enhanced trainers as well, just enhancing everything. Like for the quest log, it is a night and a day difference. I mean, look at your quest log right now, by the way, and look at the quest log that I have in the game at the moment. Right here, this is my quest log. We can see basically everything in the quest log, right? I could do the same for professions as well, and don't have it at the moment though, but I can show you what that looks like. If we go to Leatrix here for a second, we go to Leatrix Plus, we go to Enhance Professions, for example, and then we reload. So before I do this, this is what my profession tabs looks like, and we enhance professions as well, and we do a reload, and then we can see. Now it looks like this. So you can once again just see more of everything you're doing, like every craft you're making, right? I know that my face camera is hiding some of it, by the way. If I go over here, and we hide the video again, now you can see everything. This is what that looks like. Looks really good.
Of little things that help its very good quality of life for the game. And now I'm going to break this down a little bit. It helps you automate quests. It automates the gossip when you need to talk to an NPC to accept a quest, accept a summon, or res instantly.
Also, wait. I should probably go up here, shouldn't I? So you can see his face as well while I'm watching it. Yeah, I think that's smart.
Big ones are selling junk automatically and repair automatically, because a lot of people forget to do that. The social things I don't use too much. Invite from whispers is really nice for if you're trying to make groups or make raids. The other ones that I like to use, it has a bunch of little things like chat, hiding some specific text and whatnot. You have less clutter on your screen, and then it's going to have things like enhanced minimap, enhanced tooltip, enhanced dress up. I've never personally used this. Quest log, professions, and trainers are really nice. So for example, you can go to your professions here and you can open blacksmithing, and it shows it way, you can see everything without scrolling. If this is not like this is huge. Normally it's half the UI size and you have to scroll down. So it is really nice for professions. And now going back here, you can do the same thing for your quest log. So you can open your quest log and it shows it like this. It's just a little easier to read if you're mainly focused on this. Now, some people like this, some people don't. But the other thing that I'm going to go to is like show druid power bar, show ready timer, all of these helpful tools, enhance the flight map, which is pretty dope. I like to use class colored frames so I can see if someone's a different class right here. I can see that they're a priest. Now, the next one is system in here, max camera zoom. So a bunch of little things. You can mute certain game sounds, faster auto loot, which is helpful, better dismount, show vendor price. So Leatrix Plus is a really good quality of life add-on, guys. Leatrix Maps is going to be the next one, and that is when you open your map here, you can look in the world and maybe you don't have something fully discovered, and it's going to show the whole map for you. And, the big thing with Leatrix Maps is it shows you in and out of each zone. If you don't have this yet, you should probably get it. Most people should have it, but it is really useful if you're leveling. It's nice for Outland because you don't have everything discovered yet, and maybe you just need to see the map a little more. It shows you can also turn on Flight Masters and things of that nature just to show you what's going on here, like Flight Masters here, and that's a really nice little helpful add-on. Now the next one I'm going to go over is LFG Bulletin Board. This is an old add-on. Some people use it, some people don't. I really like to use LFG Bulletin Board because you see the looking for group. If you look at my chat right here, it's just spam. It's a bunch of spam everywhere. People.
Yeah, honestly, this one right here is really useful and still will be useful as well. There's a lot of people now that have started using the LFG like tool we have in Classic, but not everybody is using it. So using LFG Bulletin Board is still just a good way of having everything in one place when it comes to organizing the chat. People using the LFG chat, for example, regular general chat, are just a super easy way of organizing everything. And especially when we have the mega service we currently have, like, chat is going by fast. Sometimes you see a group and you can't even find the leader for the group because you didn't click fast enough. And then you have to like endlessly scroll up, but the chat is still moving. And yeah, just having a neat way of organizing everything is lovely.
Ask for layers. People are spamming for boosts. People are selling summons even in this, even though they're supposed to use the other channel. There's lots of clutter. So it's easier to filter through it with LFG Bulletin Board. Now, you have this, and it's very useful because you can go dungeon by dungeon. You can also, you can see the strat boosters are back at it again. But yeah, I can unclick from it. I can filter off from things, so you can turn off all of these things, and you could turn off all of the classic stuff and only have TBC when it comes out. So it is really useful. I know Blizzard has this beautiful LFG tool, which is decent, but honestly, a lot of people don't use it all the time. And I mean, obviously, you can't go into Shadow Labs, but my point is not everyone queues up, and you can use both, and it helps you make group faster. Okay. The next one I'm going to go over is Rested XP Guide. So Rested XP is one of the best, if not the best, leveling add-on.
Let's see where his guide is. It's on the right side.
It's going to take you through every part of your leveling journey from 1 to 70, and in TBC, the TBC version is going to be the best because it has updated XP from the changes in TBC pre-patch. And now you can see I do have the version where I can use it for my attunements for TBC, Karazhan, SSC, etc. I have even the old guide, see? So I have TBC speedrun guide all the way going, or it even has a boosted character 58 to 60 guide, which is cool. And what Rested XP does is it opens a guide, and it's going to take you step by step on how to level or go through your attunement. It also has a dungeon cleave guide, which is really cool because it's going to show you which dungeons to hit, how to get your reputation, and things like that. So I still have to import it on this guy. I don't have the right one, but it's going to show you all the things. It's going to send you an arrow from where to go. Rested XP is the best leveling guide, hands down, guys. And if anything else, you can use it as a resource. Now, one thing is some people don't like it because you have to pay for it. but I personally think it's much worth it because you're saving a lot of time. And I could show this on another character, it might be much more useful. This add-on is actually really important, and this is mini.
This is how I use it as well, by the way. Rested XP is like, sure, it costs money, but the amount of time I save using it when I'm leveling. Like, here's the thing, right now you can just buy a boost, so who cares? If you want to pay to skip the leveling anyway, just buy a level 58 boost and you're good to go. In that case, you are funding somebody else at Blizzard, some dude with like shares in the company. You're funding his yacht, or like him to be able to pay for hotel rooms 24/7. If you buy Rested XP, you're supporting people that have a real passion for leveling in this game and have actually made a guide and a route based on that. It's made by speed levelers and stuff, right? But my point here is, I have tried leveling without Rested XP and with Rested XP in the Classic WoW environment, and I know the game a lot. I've leveled over 25 level 60s, full natty, no mage boosting in Classic. I've leveled a lot more than most people have. I know pretty much every quest by heart. When I leveled up normally, I spent about 100 hours / played. Using Rested XP, I spent 85. So it definitely saves you a lot of time, like 15 hours right there. If I have to pay $30 for a guide, that is, well, $2 per hour. If you want to look at it that way. Like, I'm saving 15 hours by spending $30. To most people, that's a good deal. And that is even for me, as somebody who pretty much knows all the quests, right? It is just sometimes you don't know the pathing by heart all the time, and sometimes you pick up a quest and you think it's smart to do it, but then you end up doing the same thing later, going to the same place. There are a couple of things that I've noticed in Rested XP that is kind of weird, but I mean, they're speed levelers, so they probably know better than I do.
Mini-map button. Well, what does mini-map button do? It takes all my add-ons and it takes it from around the...
Yeah, dude, Ale, that's a good point, by the way. I can still use the 55 to 60 round when you dink 60 to make a gold from questing for efficient pathing. Another good use that I haven't even thought about, by the way. Very good, yeah.
Mini-map and puts it on this button. So anytime I click it, I can click on any of these add-ons here. Pretty self-explanatory, but it cleans up the UI. It feels so nice, to be honest, and really nice to get used to, and I love it personally. So the next add-on is going to be very, very important, guys. They updated this add-on for TBC Anniversary, and that is going to be Atlas Loot. When you go into your Curse Forge, you need to download Atlas Loot TBC Anniversary, and that is the new version, okay? Why is this really important? You can toggle between TBC and Classic. It has all the updated gear for TBC. As you can see here, even in RFC, it has the stat changes. You can go into TBC. You can see all of the dungeons. You can go into Heroic for the dungeons as well. Very, very useful. All of the raids. Pretty self-explanatory. The thing where they stepped up the most is Atlas Loot TBC Anniversary added a pre-biz guide for every single class and spec. And they did the same thing for Phase 1 bit.
Bro, I have this add-on. I haven't even checked that out yet. Really? That's actually really good. Yo, Atlas Loot. Big W, man. Big W.
So you can go down and I can look at Fury Warrior, and it's going to take this from Wowhead, I believe, and get your top pieces for your BIS, as I have Fury Warrior Phase 1 BIS here. Let's just say I go to my pre-BIS here and I go to Fury Warrior. It's going to show me where I get these things. So you can see this drops from Old Hillsbrad Foothills, Heroic off Epoch Hunter, the Waste Walker Helm. Okay, so I can kind of see how to hunt things, what I want to get, and go down piece by piece and kind of see in game instead of having it on my other screen 100% of the time. This also shows what else it is BIS for, so you can see Vengeance Wrap is...
This right here is good for crafting, by the way. Like if you're a tailor, for example, this one is made through tailoring. You can see how many people this is pre-BIS for. Or Phase 1 BIS for as well.
BIS for all of these classes, which is super dope and useful. So that's a huge update, guys. I definitely recommend that. Now, another one that we can talk about that is very, very important is Attune. Okay, Attune is the best attunement guide add-on. TBC is very much about attunements, especially for your first character. You need to get attuned for basically everything, and that is to get a Shattered Halls key, that is to get a Nightbane summon item, that is to get attuned to Karazhan, SSC, TK, etc., and so on. And So it's going to break down every single step.
Gotta
What
be
I
a
love
tune for
about it
everything,
is
man.
it tells you where to start, what step you're on, and where you go to the next thing. So you can plan ahead, you can see what is up next, and you can go from there. Now, you can see we don't have our Shadow Labs key to even get into Shadow Labs, so we'd have to do set the calls first. So it lets me know, okay, well, I'll have to do that eventually. Now let's go back to our Karazhan that has all these steps to get there, right? It's going to be very useful for trying to get your Nightbane attunement because there's steps for that. Instead of trying to look that up constantly, you have it right here in game. It's very, very handy. And once you get it done in your main, your alt will be Attune. I would definitely suggest downloading Attune at least for the launch and TBC for like those first few weeks, guys, so you can get your main done, okay? WeakAuras is one of the best add-ons because you can see here I have...
Oh, dude, RIP WeakAuras in retail, man. We just got the midnight pre-patch, and I saw this really emotional tweet by the WeakAuras team as well. It was like, oh 07, it's been our pleasure. See you in the classics. So, like, classic, right? Yeah, we can't use WeakAuras in retail anymore. Not that many of you guys care. I mean, you're classic Andes anyway. But for people like myself who play both classic and retail, it's sad to see WeakAuras being gone in retail. I mean, I guess it gives me one more reason to just play more classic, because, like, I like WeakAuras. They do a lot of good things.
A whole warrior UI WeakAura has a weapon swing timer, which moves are up, what cooldowns I need, and it helps me keep track of things for my warrior. WeakAuras will be useful for layering. There is a layering WeakAura you can even see, and I hit /WA to see all of my WeakAuras here. Yeah. Now I have one that even avoids lava damage. I have some things that I can turn on, even have some old WeakAuras which I need to delete, but it has like auto roll on bijous, Tress layer swap, which is one of the most useful WeakAuras in the game, so I can...
It was one of the most useful WeakAuras in the game, and now we have a add-on called Auto Layer that basically does the same thing. So just Auto Layer.
And click this box here, and someone will invite me from my guild on another layer, and you can see I am layering over.
Exactly, like Tress is using the guild. Auto Layer uses the layer text channel, and basically functions from that alone. So it's no longer a guild only. It's everybody is inviting everybody. So get the Auto Layer add-on if you haven't yet.
This is very useful because your guild needs to have that WeakAura as well, and that's going to send you to another layer, guys. You can see I'm on layer 7. I was on layer 1, okay? And now I can leave the group. Very useful. Instead of asking for invite for WeakAura, it just streamlines the process, and it's very helpful in open world, especially in Outland, because we know that is a smaller world than Azeroth. One of the more useful add-ons, guys.
As a former Mythic Raider, I hate WeakAuras. For me, as a former Realm First Mythic Raider, I love WeakAuras.
To use is called Bagnon, or you can use Bagnator. They're very similar. Some people like one or the other. Now, Bagnon sometimes needs a lot of updates all the time, but it has a really clean UI. You can hit this cleanup button, and it organizes all of your gear. You can look in your banks by right-clicking and go through each character to see what they have. You can go through the guild bank. Bagnon is very useful in that sense. Now, one of the last add-ons I'm going to talk about is Sexy Map, and that is what is just changing the border here. And you can go through Sexy Map, and you can click, and you can make different borders, okay? You can go through all of the stuff. Default presets, it will change some of my things, and it has some presets here. Get a rogue one. I just use the default one, and I'm kind of just trying it out, but this is a nice little fun add-on that you could use to help you along the way. And then some easy other add-ons.
I use that one. As you can see, he has the exact same one that I have, by the way. The default one. On most of my characters, I don't have the default one. I can just show you right now on the mage, to be fair, what I do with my Sexy Map, so you can see a demonstration of how to set this up to be different. I downloaded this add-on because I thought the blue circle like this looked good. And for a mage, I think it still fits. But on most of my characters, I kind of felt like it's kind of overdoing it. So if you go to a Sexy Map here, and you click on borders, for example, usually what I do is have a square, and I delete these 2 runes over here. So delete rune 1, delete rune 2. I usually delete fade as well, just to have that gone. I go to the background, enable the background, and have a small background like this. Now the add-on, now the map went from being a circle with like runes around it, with like color and stuff, to being a simple square. with a border. I usually do this on most of my characters to like have a simple square. Just wanted to give you a demonstration for anybody who didn't know how to customize their map with that add-on.
To definitely get our threat classic 2, I really like for my threat meter. It shows how to keep track of your threat. It shows you how to keep track of your threat, guys, and threat is super important in Burning Crusade, especially in raids, because you will get one shot if you try to seal twist your butt off with Lust Pop. Shout out to you, Ret Paladins. So you gotta watch your threat pretty quick, and it's very useful for hunters trying to misdirect and off tanks and such. The next one is details. Details will show you what moves are doing a certain amount of damage. If someone's out DPSing you, you can definitely compare it, and everyone in your party and raid is going to show up here. And I'm sure most of you have details, but if you do not, make sure to download that. That one is very useful. And now those are 10 add-ons that are super useful and you need for TBC Anniversary. And I hope you guys got some tips and tricks from this video. Make sure to follow me on Twitch. My name is Speedster, and I'm out. Peace.
Okay, there we go. I know I say this like every time, by the way. Actually, there's been a couple of videos I haven't said it now, so give me credit for that. But that was a good video. Yeah, that was a good video, though. A lot of good add-ons as well, many of which I currently have, as I showed you guys during the video as well, to give you a further deep dive into settings and customizing things. But yeah, no, I really like that one. Many of the add-ons I already have. Some functions I didn't know about, though, like, for example, the... if I just go to my game here real quick, like, for example, the Atlas Loot function, I had no idea about. Let me just go to Atlas Loot here. Do I have the right version here, by the way? Yeah, I do. Like, Phase 0 Pre-Abyss and Phase 1 Best in Slot. I had not checked this out, to be fair. I just downloaded this one to, like, look at Classic loot. You can go between TBC and Classic, right? So go here, go to Classic, go here, go to TBC. This right here is really, really useful, by the way, checking out where your Best in Slot is from. There we go, an add-on that I had, but a functionality in the add-on I didn't know about. Once again, great video.